I prefer English, it's possible. You prefer English or Italian?
I think English is good.
English is good? Okay. Well, thank you, Sorina. Well, good morning. I'm a graphologist, expert in graphology, and a forensic photographer. And in fact, this is a studio, or a kind of way I would like to work. In fact, everyone think the expertise in graphology or a photographer or other expertise work in a situation like this. In fact, everything is calm, easy, logical consequence, it's easy to work, to manage. But no, in reality, we don't find easy things to take pictures. The reality is totally different. It is the same war against the theory and the practice. The defense, even if you work for defensive investigation, you have to go to in loco to find, to take pictures or a document or a place, and you have just one shot. You have to do your best. You have to take with you all cameras, all everything, infrared, UV, everything you have to use for you, useful, for to make a best work. But in this moment, there are a new wave, in fact. You can see here, if you want to take pictures, good pictures, you have to take a difficulty bag, a carry-on is complicated, you have to learn to use a camera in correct way, in fact. You have to know how to manage every details, for example, the ISO, the levels, and never for Photoshop in the pictures. And so it's very complicated to take what you have, in fact, in your studio, in loco. And there are new tendencies to use the smartphone, not only for emergency, but also for forensic operations. That's the point. A lot of people think that the camera is the same of a good smartphone or a tablet. A lot of expertise think this way. It's very important for you because your client, in fact, pay someone who take picture with your smartphone. Everyone have no special smartphone, but every smartphone you have in your pocket to take pictures, to take special pictures, and then you will, the person will prepare a work, and your client will pay for it. But I don't have any problem with smartphone. The problem is that you have to know the consequences. You have to know how to use it, in fact, the limit of the object, the limit of the user, and the limit of the tool, in fact. For example, there are some parameters you have to take in your head before take any pictures, in fact. You can take a picture, you have to know if stop, exposure times, ISO, sardine, color, temperature, contrast, etc., etc., etc. And smartphone and tablet don't have this. But it's no problem. The problem starts, for example, for the, when we talk about the, sorry, well, the frame. Imagine the frame, what you see in blue is the frame of a 35 millimeters, so it's a camera, a professional camera frame, professional frame. What you see in red is the dimension of a last smartphone. The last smartphone have a dimension like this, and this is the proportion. And you will torture the picture, in fact. When you take a picture like this, you have to take your head, will be a half treatment. You have to cut the picture, you have the contrast, you have to use the levels, you have to use filters. You have to do a lot of things in the picture you take. And if you take the picture in this dimension with no quality of pixels, with no quality of colors with no quality of RGB and other stuff, you will be a lot of problems like this. This is not an example. This is a really work who a colleague take it with a smartphone. Maybe you can see this is correct, but the people, this colleague, then enlarge to take full focus in a detail, and this one. You can see it's squared, in fact. It's squared, that means it's pixel. It's not grain. That means that doesn't mean it's like ISO, some special, some problems. No, it's squared. That means that the pictures who taken with your smartphone, even expensive smartphone, are 72 dpi. That means when you will see in your tablet the picture correct, perfect, fantastic. When we will print it, will become a picture big like this, 7 centimeters. You will work with a picture of 7 centimeters. You will be enlarged, changing details, talking about it. So it's a problem because the smartphone will create, in fact, for a platform able to go to internet, able to take, it's a telephone, in fact, was born like telephone. This is just for having the relation. This is a good picture with 300 dpi, and this is a picture taken with 72 dpi. Your smartphone, your very clever smartphone, Huawei, and expensive smartphone and tablet take pictures to 72 dpi. This is the proportion. Okay? Maybe in the last line of you can see the Super Mario here in the right. Maybe correct. It's the same stuff when you see when you watch the picture in your smartphone. If you try to enlarge in the first second, in 1 second, immediately you recognize that the picture you take it, it's totally full of grain and squared. That means because it's very, very small pictures, in fact. The light, photographer, okay, this is the definition of photography, in fact, is formation of luminous image of a medium capable of recording the light. Yes, but it's not important this, because the important is a lot of people who use cameras, even important cameras. I don't have anything against people who use the smartphone, no problem. But you have to use the correct light. The light have his law. Every light have this point of power and point of the head. If you put a light very strong, you will find a solid light in one side and a solid black in the other side. In theory, it's incorrect, but depends what you have to do. If you have to do a picture like this, you need it. You don't need filters. If you have pictures like this one, for example, okay, if you want to see the correct dialogue between the ink and the paper, you need a light like this with some filters. So a picture is not the same to the other. The light is not the same to the other. I can buy 2, 3, 4 flash, professional flash. If I don't have to use, if I don't know how to use it, in fact, it's totally useful. Imagine this, for example, is a scanner. Don't have shadows, but in theory it's perfect. But you can see, in fact, the depth and the path of the pen. But you can see the flash. These kind of pictures depend on what you have to do. Have this light. The light have his laws. It's useful or useless to have a good picture, a good light, in fact, and don't have the distance. If I have a good power light and I put it in 1 meter, for me, it's useless because every meter, the light lost a lot of power. For example, in theory, this is the frontal light. It's correct in theory, but in practice, it's the wrong way to use it. The material of every ink has the metal inside, small pieces of metal, and reflection, have a reflection to the light. It's useless. You can throw away this picture. And you have, I remember, one shot, just one session to take pictures, important pictures. This is a crazy light. How to make invisible hidden signs. It's impossible. It's incorrect in theory, but in practice, it's useful for this situation. But natural light is totally useless in this situation. You have to know how to use it. And all of this is very complicated with a smartphone and more complicated with a tablet. Lens. This is another argument important because now exists a lot of tools for a smartphone who have to help, in fact, in case of emergency. You have a lot of macro, a lot of tripods and other stuff. This is a teleobjective, etc. Okay, this is a smartphone. And this is a reflex lens. It exists around 9, 15, and 17 lens inside lens inside an objective photographer. Every lens corrects the problem of the lens comes before. That means the common sunlight, some UV, something else. There exist another 15 lenses who correct the problems. Are very expensive. If you broke one lens inside, you have to throw away your lens. Okay? I can see some difference. The difference exists in 6 millimeters smartphone. So it's not the same stuff. The picture with a good smartphone, a good Huawei, and it's not the same. But I repeat, it's good if you need some for emergency. Okay, continues talking about it. Wide-angle lens is a lens who created to take a lot of landscape, a lot of part of the scene. It's a lens curve, in fact. Who have the problem? There's a dilatation of the angles. The planes have a dilatation. That means that in the sides, in the side of the picture, have an idea of comics. Everything comes like a comic, in fact. Telephoto lens. Telephoto lens have were created to see close things very far away. Fantastic, perfect. But the problem is have the control problem. The compression of the planes. That means you can do tricks like this. It's very common. Okay. And the human eye is 55 millimeters. That means that you, every one of us have this portion of Earth, of reality. Okay? 55 millimeters. And everything now is more explained. 10 millimeters, like a comic, like something funny. This picture, like human, like we usually see the face of people, and like teleobjective. You can see the face is round, big nose, for example, big nose, giant nose, and here the same level of the nose is the same level of the air. So the face becomes flat, in fact, flat. Okay, what kind of lens there are inside your smartphone and your tablet? 25, 55 millimeters. You will take pictures like this. It was an important problem because 16 millimeters, because in commerce doesn't exist a 50 millimeters in macro. It is the 16 or 17. This, you can see rows. And with a teleobjective, you can see the plant, in fact. You can see, please watch the distance from the finish of the A up and down. And now, this is what happened with the you did it with a wide angle lens. Well, it's exasperate, in fact, 16, but 25, 33 is the same stuff. It's like this. Watch the A and watch the A. The distance. You will change the effect of the picture effect. You will change everything. The rose, the signature, become girl and a horse. Become everything. Becomes a landscape. This is why, because for the commerce, for the marketing, in fact, the smartphone was created to take your face and in the back a landscape. But why? Why the pictures taken by smartphone are always good? If you don't use a reflex, professional camera, it will be very hard to take a good picture. But with the smartphone, it's very easy. Why? This is why, because the smartphone and the other tools work with the ISO. Change the ISO. The ISO is International System Organization. That means the what to say?
Sensitivity.
The sensitivity, exactly, of the film to the light. More sensitivity, more it's easy to record the light and the image in the film or in the sensor. This is why. More is low, it was difficult. Okay? It's in every picture taken with the smartphone, work with this. When it comes dark, you can try to take pictures and enlarge a little bit. You will find a lot of small pieces like a grain, like a rice. It's called rumor, noise.
Noise.
Can summarize a
Background
Sorry?
noise.
Please summarize a little because we are having the time.
Okay, perfect. This, and create a problems of details. You can lose every detail. ISO 200, ISO 1600. You can see. Maybe this is a more classic example. The skin of it's a doll, okay? The skin, it's like a grain, and the light, every change, it's not good for user. Imagine I take a picture like this of a letter, of a signature, and of a document. It's impossible to enlarge, it's impossible to work it, it's impossible to see anything in fact. Now, another problem. This is another problem important. The f-stop are the depth of field range. That means is the diagonal dimension, the length of the diagonal of the pupil of the eye of the camera. It is useful to take a light for recorded the image and the range of profundity and the depth range. More is the low, and more you have a focus to the single object. The same stuff will happen when you are in the dark. Your pupil get open because you need light. You need light to see. And the same stuff here. You can see f4. It's very low. You can see just the last piece, the king. Okay. More close. F8, 11, 16, 22. You can see how everything is on focus. But we don't work with a lot of space. We work in a letter, in a signature, in diameters of very millimeters. in the head of a fly, in fact. This is I'm finished. I will be finished, we're very close. This is an example of error, in fact. I will try to take a picture of this overlay. Well, I think this picture, in theory, is correct, but if I enlarge, the target, my target was here, but I focus here. It's out of focus, it's an error. It's an error of 2 millimeters. Just 2 millimeters, I take an error. This is an important case. It's an important case. With a last iPhone, took it, not me, but a colleague, take this picture. In theory, it's good, but in fact, it's out of focus. Everything is out of focus. I will finish.
That's it.
It's important to take a level focus just in situation where you have to concentrate your attention in one part. And you can use the smartphone, no problem. For example, if but it is as a support of your work in fact. For example, with the UV light, you can see there's a delayed something, there's a delay here. It's easy. You have to take this picture with the smartphone. It's impossible, in fact, with the reflex. Not impossible, but you have to change all parameters for just one picture. It's not good. You don't have time, in fact, with the pictures with photo of lawyers and notaries and others. And it's important to take pictures that support your work this time. It's important, in fact, you know your limits. Or the limit of your instruments, okay? Well, where is the limit, if it exists? Thank you very much.